What separates people who live in abundance from those who are constantly struggling? The energy they choose to maintain. The truth that few talk about is simple. If you don't control your vibration, you don't control your life. Everything vibrates. Everything is in motion. Those who understand this principle no longer rely on luck. They create their own destiny. Together, we will explore how the law of vibration works and how to apply it, one of the most powerful laws of the universe. Connect to the high frequency. Subscribe now. Imagine reality as a serene lake. Each of your thoughts is a stone thrown onto its surface, creating ripples that spread far beyond the point of impact. These waves don't disappear. They simply follow their course, encountering other waves, interacting and shaping the environment around you. This is the essence of the law of vibration. Nothing is static. Everything pulses, resonates, and transforms. The universe is not fixed, but a vast field of energy in constant motion, and whether you realize it or not, you are always emitting a frequency. Modern physics has already confirmed what ancient Hermeticists intuitively understood thousands of years ago. Albert Einstein unveiled that matter and energy are manifestations of the same essence, expressed in the iconic equation EMC2. This means that what we see and touch is nothing more than vibration at different frequencies. Max Planck, the father of quantum theory, revealed that all matter vibrates in specific patterns, and Werner Heisenberg, through the uncertainty principle, demonstrated that the very act of observation influences reality. In other words, your perception not only records the world around you, it actively modifies it. But this understanding is not exclusive to science. Hermes Trismegistus, thousands of years ago, already taught that nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. At the heart of Hermeticism, this truth becomes the key to unlocking the mystery of creation. What we perceive as solid, fixed, and immutable is merely condensed energy oscillating at a slower frequency. Matter does not exist as we think. Everything is energy in motion. If everything vibrates, then you vibrate as well. And your personal frequency is not an insignificant detail. It is the code through which you interact with reality. Think about the people who always seem to attract positive situations. They are not lucky, they are in resonance. Just as a radio must be tuned to the right station to pick up the desired sound, you need to adjust your frequency to attract experiences aligned with your desires. But how can you elevate this vibration? The first step is recognizing where you currently are. Your emotions, thoughts, and even your physical body are signals of your current frequency. If you want to change your life, you must change your vibrational frequency. David Hawkins, in his Scale of Consciousness, demonstrated that emotions such as fear, guilt, and shame vibrate at low levels, while love, gratitude, and joy elevate the energy field. Now stop and observe. How have you been vibrating lately? Vibration is the bridge between the visible and the invisible, between the physical and the spiritual. Every thought you cultivate creates an invisible impact, shaping your reality. The world around you is not random. It is an exact reflection of the frequency you emit. The reality you perceive is not an unchangeable fact, but a faithful reflection of your internal vibration. You do not see the world as it is. You see it as you vibrate. Just like a radio must be tuned to the correct frequency to receive a specific station, your consciousness must be aligned with the vibration of what you wish to experience. If your frequency resonates with fear, scarcity, or doubt, these will be the stations you tune into. If, on the other hand, you emit confidence, joy, and gratitude, the world will appear full of opportunities. But how does this work in practice? Quantum physics teaches us that everything in the universe is composed of subatomic particles that are constantly oscillating between states of possibility. The way these particles organize themselves depends on the frequency that interacts with them. As demonstrated in experiments, such as the double-slit experiment, an electron can behave as either a particle or a wave depending on observation. In other words, reality is malleable and responds to our vibration. To notice this in your life, observe the patterns that repeat themselves. Situations, people, and emotions do not appear randomly. They are direct responses to your internal frequency. If you are constantly attracting financial struggles, ask yourself, what vibration have I been living in? Money does not respond only to hard work. It responds to the energy you project onto it. If your dominant emotion when thinking about money is anxiety or fear, you are tuning into a reality where scarcity manifests. This logic applies to all areas of life. Relationships vibrate in harmony. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to drain your energy while others uplift your spirit? This happens because similar vibrations attract each other. If you want to transform your interactions with others, first change your own frequency. Emit love, security, and respect, and you will see the same being reflected back at you. A useful way to test your current vibration is the reality mirror technique. Take a notebook and describe in detail the most significant aspects of your life, your health, your finances, your relationships. Then, try to identify the common energetic pattern among them. If certain areas seem stagnant, ask yourself, what frequency have I been emitting to create this experience? Another powerful practice is intentional frequency shifting. Choose a specific vibrational state, such as gratitude or joy, and commit to maintaining it for an entire day. This means being mindful of your thoughts, words, and actions to ensure they align with that frequency. At the end of the day, write down what changed around you. Small details, such as lighter interactions or unexpected coincidences, will be signs that your vibration has begun to shift reality. If your life feels out of alignment, your frequency may be out of tune. Imagine a violin that wants to play a perfect note, but its string is out of tune. The sound comes out distorted, right? Life works the same way. To tune into the reality you desire, you must adjust your internal vibration. But how do you do? The Dean. Subscribe to watch videos that raise your vibration. If you observe an electron right now, it behaves like a particle, but if you stop observing it, it acts like a wave. This phenomenon, known as Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, is one of the greatest revelations of quantum science. It demonstrates that matter is not fixed, but rather a dance of probabilities that responds to the observer's consciousness. In other words, reality is not something static. It is a field of vibrations, malleable through your perception. This idea might seem abstract, but think about this. Have you ever thought of someone, and minutes later, that person sends you a message? Have you ever had a strong intuition about something that was later confirmed? This is not coincidence. It is vibrational resonance in action. Your thoughts are waves that travel through the quantum field, interacting with the reality around you. Max Planck, the father of quantum theory, stated that everything is vibration. This means that matter is merely condensed energy, oscillating at different frequencies. Thus, when we talk about raising your vibration, we are referring to something that is scientifically measurable. David Hawkins, in his Scale of Consciousness, demonstrated that emotions such as love and gratitude emit higher frequencies, while fear and anger vibrate at lower levels, directly impacting the reality we perceive. Vibration is not limited to the individual level. It also manifests on a much larger scale. The HeartMath Institute in the United States conducted studies showing that the human heart generates an electromagnetic field up to 5,000 times stronger than the brain, influencing both people and environments. This explains why we can feel the energy of a place or a person even before exchanging words. If everything is vibration, the big question is, how can we consciously shape this vibrational reality? One of the most effective methods is quantum observation meditation. For a few minutes, observe your thoughts without judging them. Just notice how they flow. This exercise helps develop the observer's awareness, allowing you to intentionally shift your vibration. You are not a passive spectator of reality. You are both an observer and a creator. Vibration shapes your reality. Click on the card now and understand how. If everything in the universe is vibration, then the emotions and thoughts we cultivate are not just internal states. They are frequencies that shape our reality. Dense vibrations such as fear, anger, and guilt create energetic patterns that can trap a person without them even realizing it. David Hawkins, in his Scale of Consciousness, demonstrated that lower emotions weaken the energy field, making the mind and body vulnerable. Science confirms this. Studies from the HeartMath Institute show that feelings of stress and anxiety generate chaotic electromagnetic fields, affecting not only the individual but also the environment around them. Have you ever walked into a place and felt an inexplicable heaviness? Or met someone who seemed to drain your energy without saying a word? This happens because dense frequencies are perceptible and contagious. Beyond emotional impact, low vibrations also affect physical health. Emotions like resentment and frustration alter the nervous system, triggering the release of hormones such as cortisol, which weakens the immune system. It's no coincidence that people who are constantly stressed get sick more easily. The body is a direct reflection of the frequency you maintain, and your vibration directly influences your vitality. But if these energies are so harmful, how can we break free from them? One of the most effective methods is the energy cleansing technique. Close your eyes, visualize a beam of white light entering through the top of your head and flowing through your entire body, dissolving blockages and removing any vibrational weight. This simple exercise can be done daily to restore your vibrational alignment. Another way to break these patterns is through vibrational reprogramming with words. Every time you notice negative thoughts dominating your mind, consciously replace them with higher affirmations such as, I am harmony, my energy is pure, or I am aligned with higher frequencies. What you speak and think programs your vibration and, consequently, your reality. Now imagine that your vibration is like a candle flame. Every negative thought, every dense emotion, and every toxic environment is a strong wind trying to extinguish it. If you don't protect your flame, it goes out. But by raising your frequency, you strengthen this light and become resistant to external influences. Have you ever walked into a room and without anyone saying a word, felt that something was wrong? This is the effect of emotional vibration, an invisible yet perceptible energy that directly influences the world around us. Our thoughts and emotions are not just internal experiences, they are frequencies we constantly emit, subtly yet powerfully altering our reality. Science confirms this connection. David Hawkins, in his Scale of Consciousness, demonstrated that emotions such as love and gratitude vibrate at high frequencies, while feelings like fear and guilt operate at much lower levels. The HeartMath Institute reinforces this idea, showing that the heart emits an electromagnetic field that changes according to our emotional states, impacting not only our own bodies, but also those around us. If everything we feel is vibration, then the way we think determines the quality of our reality. When we allow ourselves to be consumed by dense emotions, we create vibrational patterns that reinforce negative situations. Have you ever noticed how a bad day seems to attract more misfortunes? This happens because the energy we emit resonates with similar experiences, creating a vicious cycle. The good news is that we can consciously reprogram our vibration. One simple yet effective technique is vibrational breathing. Close your eyes, inhale deeply while imagining that you're absorbing light and positivity, and exhale, releasing any dense energy. This exercise helps shift your vibrational state in just a few minutes, allowing you to regain control over your frequency. Another powerful tool is vibrational reprogramming through words. If your emotions influence your vibration, imagine the impact of the words you repeat daily. Try replacing negative thoughts with affirmations like, "I'm aligned with the harmony of the universe," or "My energy attracts only the best." What you verbalize becomes a vibrational command to the universe. If your thoughts shape your frequency, and your frequency shapes your life, then elevating your emotional vibration is the key to transformation. The more you learn to direct your emotions, the more power you will have over your reality. If someone you love is vibrating at the wrong frequency, send them this video and help them wake up. The great sages of humanity have always known that raising one's vibration is the key to accessing higher dimensions of consciousness. Jesus, Buddha, and even Nikola Tesla spoke about the importance of frequency in shaping reality. When we vibrate at higher states such as love, gratitude, and compassion, we connect with a purer energetic flow, capable of transforming our perception and our life. This vibrational elevation is not just a spiritual concept, it is a measurable reality. Studies show that people who cultivate serenity and joy produce more harmonious brainwaves and generate a more coherent electromagnetic field, a phenomenon studied by the HeartMath Institute. In other words, feeling peace and purpose is not just a belief, but a vibrational state that directly influences both your body and your mind. What happens when we elevate our frequency? Intuition sharpens, thoughts become clearer, and we feel deeply aligned with something greater. This occurs because higher vibrational states fine-tune our connection with the universal energy, allowing answers, opportunities, and synchronicities to emerge naturally. Life flows with less resistance because we are vibrating in harmony with the whole. But how can we achieve this vibrational elevation? One of the most effective methods is meditative practice. Techniques such as Tibetan meditation, solfeggio frequency, 528 Hz, and deep breathing exercises can readjust your energy, eliminate vibrational blockages, and expand your consciousness. Just a few minutes a day can create a perceptible shift in your inner state. Another essential practice is intentionally cultivating elevated emotions. Have you ever noticed how gratitude instantly changes your emotional state? Writing down 3 things you are grateful for each day can significantly increase your vibration. The more you nurture high-frequency emotions, the more your life aligns with positive experiences. Raising your vibration is not a destination. It is a continuous journey. Every choice, thought, and emotion is an opportunity to connect with higher frequencies, but this knowledge only makes sense if applied in daily life. So how can we ensure that our actions, words, and habits remain aligned with this new vibration? What repetitive pattern do you see in your life? Comment here and let's raise your vibration together. Understanding the law of vibration is fascinating, but it serves no purpose if this knowledge is not applied in daily life. Everything you do, the thoughts you cultivate, the words you speak, the environments you frequent, is constantly adjusting your frequency. The question is, are you raising or lowering your vibration with your daily choices? Small changes can completely transform your energy and consequently the reality you experience. Your thoughts are like seeds. If you plant ideas of fear and scarcity, you will harvest experiences that reflect those vibrations. David Hawkins demonstrated that words carry specific frequencies, and what you say about yourself and life shapes your energy. Try monitoring your language for a day. Every time you catch yourself complaining or thinking negatively, reframe your words into something more positive. The vibration of your mind is the foundation of your reality. The modern world disconnects us from our true essence, but nature still vibrates at its purest frequency. HeartMath Institute studies show that spending just 20 minutes outdoors can reduce stress and increase the coherence of the heart's electromagnetic field. Walk barefoot on the grass, feel the texture of the earth under your feet. Breathe deeply. Nature is a powerful vibrational recalibrator, accessible to everyone. Have you ever considered that food carries frequencies? Ayurveda and other ancient traditions teach that natural, fresh and living foods possess high vibrational energy, while processed foods carry dense and stagnant energy. Reducing fast food consumption and choosing fruits, vegetables and structured water can drastically influence your vibrational state. If your body is an energetic temple, what have you been putting inside it? To maintain a high frequency, incorporate vibrational rituals into your day. In the morning, practice positive affirmations. During the day, pause for 5 minutes and do deep breathing exercises to stay aligned. At night, write in a gratitude journal. Small habits like these create a strong energy field, immune to external influences. High vibration is not luck, it is a daily practice. Now that you understand how to apply this knowledge to your routine, the essential question arises. What happens when someone chooses to live consciously, adjusting their vibration to shape their own reality? Now that you understand the law of vibration, there's only one question left to ask. Are you ready to change your energy and transform your life? You can continue on autopilot, repeating the same patterns, or you can take control of your frequency. And finally, create the reality you desire. The universe does not respond to what you want. It responds to what you are. Everything that happens around you is simply a reflection of what you carry within yourself. So what will your choice be? Raise your vibration and take charge of your life, or remain a victim of circumstances. Leave a comment below sharing which insight impacted you the most in this video and how you plan to apply this knowledge. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and continue this journey, because in the next video, you will discover how alchemy can transform your life.